What scares you in life? Perhaps it's the fear of heights, the fear of falling. That can scare a few people. Or maybe it's just taking a test, the fear of failing. That can scare some people. Or maybe it's just giving a speech in front of a large crowd. That can scare a lot of people. We all have different things that scare us, our own things that make our hands sweat, our hearts race. But we cannot let fear hold us back. For me, it used to be reading out loud in front of a large crowd. When I was in first grade, I had a really hard time learning how to read. One day, my teacher looked at me and said, "What is wrong with you?" That made my heart sink. Clear down to my toes, I thought I was a failure, that something was wrong with me and my brain. Thankfully, my mom didn't let me quit. We got a tutor, and we worked really hard. I soon got it, and I soon realized that there was nothing wrong with me. I just learned a different way. Now that I'm older, I've been thinking more about the future. What career path is right for me? That can be scary for some, thinking about the future. Most people believe a 4-year university is the only trail to success. But I'm here to tell you that there's a different mountain that will lead to success and a solid career. Trade school. Now, first of all, don't get me wrong. College is far from bad and definitely has its benefits. I definitely want my doctor to go to medical school, not trade school. College may be right for you, and that is great. But college just isn't for everyone. College can be scary for some. Big school, big classes, big debt. I have seen the success of trade school firsthand. After all, my dad is an electrician. After completing his 4-year degree in ag science, go figure, he went on to apprenticeship and became a master electrician. He's been in business for over 20 years. I invite you on a journey. Let's climb a mountain together. Now, before we start, it would probably be wise to do a little research and planning. So let's figure out, what is trade school and how does it work? Trade school is hands-on education and will focus on the technical skill set it requires. There are plenty of opportunities to choose from, such as electricians, as I mentioned, welders, HVAC, plumbers. You could be a chef if you want to, mechanics, woodworkers. As you can see, it is far from limited. So now that we know a little bit more, let's start climbing. The average trade school program will take 2 years to complete and cost a little over $33,000. These are both facts you can find online. I would say that the true payoff in trade school is in the future. There are more jobs opening in this kind of skill trade than are those to fill them. Today, there are over 9 million openings, and only 6 million will get filled, and nearly half of the trade force is nearing retirement in the next 10 years. Here's a question for all of us. What will happen to our society? What will happen if we don't have electricians and plumbers? Who's going to weld and wire and plumb our house? What will happen to our society? That's something to think about right there. This gives me peace of mind knowing that there is plenty of work available. Well, we are almost at the top of the mountain and the summit is within view. When you walk out the doors of the trade school for the last time, you have the ability to put yourself to work, make a good living, and have a solid career. That's what I hope for everyone, whether you choose trade school, college, or something else. I hope I've given you some things to think about and some encouragement. Take the first step and handle the slippery rocks that are sure to come. After all, that's just life. Just like for me in first grade, struggling to read, there wasn't a one-size-fit-for-all program. At the end of the day, we want everyone to feel prepared, accomplished, and successful. Just don't be afraid to climb a different mountain if you need to.